and possibly even cedars. And that little tractor we have here has a front weight, 500 kilo front weight, and I can't put any more on the front. I probably could, because one of the options for it is to have a hydraulic 3-point on the front, but it doesn't have a PTO. So I can't run say a single mower off the front, because there's nothing to power that mower with. But the 500 kilo weight on the front, plus wheel weights, plus wide tyres, gave me just enough traction to haul a 40 horsepower cultivator. Well, a cultivator that needed 40 horsepower to pull it through the dirt. But this tractor's not having problems. But I can't tell, obviously, the full details behind it, because it's a provided for the contract thing. Yeah, there is a big problem with that. I noticed that on playing Lone Oak with Mrs. Osa, and that small truck could not move the trailer. I mean, we were 10-15 miles an hour in that truck. It was sort of, seriously, this truck should be able to haul a big grain trailer with no problems at all. So, I don't know what the deal there is. Although, what's the gearing on a ag truck? 12 or 13 speed? So, I mean, it should have the gearing to be able to move anything. Okay, how are we doing? Oh, we're 2/3 of the way now. We've been at this for about 5 hours, so it'll be mid-afternoon before the plough's finished.
There we go.
But also, there is no gearing. I've got the extended driving mod, which gives me switch between forward and reverse, so I can use the pedals on the steering wheel correctly. I just have to press the accelerator, and if I'm in reverse, then it will go backwards. If I'm in forwards, it will go forwards. And I press the brake to stop.
Oh,
but
come on!
I don't have to worry about stop and go braking settings, because the brake only ever stops me. You don't end up shooting off in reverse because it's not an accelerator, a reverse accelerator. But I know there's some other driving mods that give you access to switch on all-wheel drive, lock the diffs, and other fun stuff which aren't on the mod hub and I haven't investigated. Am I wearing earplugs? No. So I get the benefit of all the shouting as well. Oh, you haven't heard me sneeze. Mrs. Osa's ears are far more assaulted than mine are.
Yes.
So, we are 2/3 of the way.
There we go.
We've got quite a bit more to do. So I'm thinking tomorrow's stream will probably... Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Yeah, although it has resulted in the right thing happening. I think tomorrow's stream will probably be some World of Warships. The thing is they've got the Italian cruiser thing going on, and as you work your way through the objectives, they get harder to... It's not so much harder to complete, it's more time consuming to complete. Well, I've got hearing issues anyway, so it's not so much selective hearing as it is my hearing's crap. So yeah, tomorrow we'll do some World of Warships. We might do some more on Thursday as well. Depends how close I am to completing the objectives at the end of Tuesday's session. Of course, that also depends on whether we have a showing tomorrow. At the moment we've just had the one. And they're... what did you think of the place questionnaire was basically, it's a nice place, but not what we're looking for. Okay, fair enough. I've been to houses where I've looked at it and said, yeah, it's nice, but... See, I don't know about most people, but having lived in quite a few places, I find the garage being attached to the kitchen is very convenient, because the vast majority of stuff you do when you get home in the car is get the stuff out of the trunk and take it to the kitchen. And having the kitchen on the opposite side of the house to the garage means you having to traipse groceries from one side of the house to the other, which isn't exactly convenient. And in our current place, the garage is in the basement and the kitchen's upstairs, so we have to cart everything upstairs. And that's supremely inconvenient, although we did add a back door into the kitchen, so more recently we've taken to driving the vehicles around the back of the house to unload
Yes.
directly into the kitchen and then taking them back round the front and sticking them in the garage. So yeah, basically if we look at a house, unless it's got a lot of other things going for it, if the garage isn't attached to the kitchen, I'm inclined to say, yeah, no, I'm not ideal. HOAs, not into HOAs. We did HOAs once. Private roads with other houses on the private road, yeah, not doing that again either. Because that means you have to play nice with the neighbours. Now, I don't have an issue playing nice with the neighbours, it's when the neighbours are complete idiots and decide, yeah, we like to control everybody else's lives, that it gets to be a problem. Yeah. Oh, you're not watering your grass. Yeah, I'm not watering my grass, so what? Well, it's all yellow. You need to water your grass or we'll fine you. Go away. You can't paint the front door of your house any colour but white. Why not? Because we want all the houses to look the same. Well, that's nice.
Oh yeah! Yes!
Or all the window treatments in the front of your house have to be the same. Yeah, but that's a bedroom, that's a living room. Yeah, but yeah, your house has to look uniform at the front. But I don't want the same window treatments in a bedroom that I do in the living room. Well, tough. If you do it any other way, we'll fine you. Yeah. Don't need those sorts of people in my life. Well, you have to park your car in your garage. You can't leave it in your driveway overnight. Why not? Well, because it looks unsightly. Yeah, well, I didn't get home till midnight last night. I have to go out at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'd like to have the car ready to go. No, 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 no. You have to put it away. But with us, my mum and dad are visiting, so the car's a rental. We have to put it in the garage. I can't, because I've already got 2 cars in the garage, and it's a 2-car garage. Well, your parents need to find somewhere else to park their car, not on your driveway. It's my freaking driveway. Go away. They're here for 2 weeks. Live with it. We're starting to struggle with this tractor. I think. Certainly feels a bit slower. And getting to the age we're at, although we can handle stairs, we're also getting to the point where, yeah, we want the laundry facilities on the main floor, we want all the bedrooms on the main floor. Oh, what happened? Now, I mean, the thing is HOAs don't particularly... Yeah, HOAs can work. It's just that as soon as you get some interfering busybody gets themselves elected into the HOA because they want to involve themselves in everybody else's lives and have no life of their own, that's when it starts becoming a problem. And it is kind of like government. If government stays out of my business, I don't care. You know, fix the roads, maintain the schools, hire teachers, all the rest of the stuff. I don't care. But as soon as you start interfering in my life, I've got a problem with it. In Texas, we were in a subdivision. And for the most part, the homeowners association was okay. But over the course of the 4 or 5 years we were there, they started becoming more and more interfering. And it just got to the point of, yeah, I don't need other people's hassles. Just because you've had a bad day doesn't mean you need to be inflicting your grief on everybody else in the neighborhood. Kind of like hall monitors. I mean, it ended up we actually had an excuse for not watering the grass. I mean, one, it made the water bill incredibly expensive because it wasn't exactly a small yard. But then we got hit by drought conditions. And the HOA say, well, you've got to water your grass, and the county authorities are saying, yeah, you can't water anything. You can't even wash your car because we haven't got enough water. And at that point, the HOA had to shut up about watering your grass. Oh, you're not watering your grass? Yeah, the council said we weren't allowed to, so we're not. But yeah, we did that in Texas and then decided that's not going to be a thing anymore. Thank you. I think we're gonna take this back to the store once we're done, so I don't have to walk all the way back to the farm. How are we doing? 88%. Nearly done. Yay.
Oh!
But yeah, some of the houses we've been looking at is sort of, oh, that's kind of a nice house. $20 HOA fee, but it's part of a development, but there's only like 3 houses in the development at the moment. So it's not such a big deal. But eventually you're going to get someone move in and want to be on the HOA, and they're sort of, no, this is intended to be the last house we buy before we go into old folks' homes and retire. So I do not need that stress in my life. I have enough stress because I'm in IT. Most of the time that's okay, because you're dealing with computers and computers don't argue with you. They do what you tell them to do. If you tell them to do something wrong, they'll do it wrong. But that's your own fault. But then sometimes people get involved and, oh, you need to make it do this. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, we're working on software that's getting on for 30 years old. And some of the programming techniques that the original programmer used have put us in a really bad spot, shall we say. And it's sort of, if you want this program changed to do something really fancy, it's gonna take us a long time to do it. Now, if you want a new program that does fancy stuff, yeah, I can knock that out in a week, no trouble. But when you're constrained by 30-year-old programming techniques, it's sort of not. It's like, I've got a project to change the major order entry program. Okay, fine. All the stuff that needs changed is a brand new module, external to the old order entry program. And that's all working quite nicely. Oh, but there's this bug in the order entry program that's been there for 14 years. And you need to fix it as part of this project. No, I don't. That was never called out as part of the project. If you'd wanted it fixed, you would have told me about it, and we'd have said, yes, this project isn't going to take us 2 weeks, it's going to take us 3 months. But now you want a 14-year-old bug fixed in 2 weeks with the rest of the project. And it's sort of, yeah, that's not happening. But it needs fixed. Well, you only just discovered it because you were paying attention to all the new stuff we just created, and you discovered this bug halfway through. Now, I will agree that it needs fixed, but yeah, we want to get this project into production and done on time, as opposed to delay it 3 months while we reprogram half of the main order entry module to fix this bug that's been there for 14 years and nobody's complained about yet. Oh, I got my first mortgage very late. Where did I get my house? Oh, we're done. Yay. Lift. I got my first mortgage 27 years ago. I think that works out to, I was about 26 or 27 when I got my first mortgage. And I sold that property in 2013 and made enough money on the deal that I haven't had a mortgage in 6 years. And that's a big thing. Okay, where's the road? Oh, not for a while. Up where the cement truck is, so we've got a ways to go yet. Oh, and there's that stupid tree. Yeah. Oh, missed the tree that high. That time. Am I on the right side of the road? No. Let's go on that side. And that is one of the reasons why I've never ridden a motorbike in America. With cars, there's a good hint because you sit closest to the middle of the road. But with things like tractors and motorbikes, you sit in the middle of the vehicle, so there's no subconscious clue that I'm sitting on the wrong side of the vehicle. Did I drive past the stall? No. There's the stall. Okay, well, we'll turn that off, turn the engine off, jump out, and cash in the deal. 4,800. So that should give us 3 contracts done, 2 today. But it doesn't count for work. I have done, where did I do? We have cultivated some of our own land, so that's good. We've got more work to do there, though. Oh, zoom that out. There's a lot of ploughing needs done on this map. And pretty much just as much liming. Our 2 fields does have fertilisation on it, so that's a good thing. We should check the weather. Weather. So, 5 degrees needed. So today, okay, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 10 degrees, it's ground temperature that needs to be higher. It's 10 degrees Celsius now. So possibly, there's the sun, maybe by the end of the day we may have some decent ground temperatures. We had rain yesterday, we're going to have possibly rain sometime tomorrow. Is it going to warm up the ground so that we can plant stuff? It's good drying weather. So 6 o'clock it's going to start getting dark. Rain. I don't know. I just need this temperature to rise. We can plant canola, we'll be able to plant wheat and barley. I don't have a sunflower or corn seeder. But soybeans are 10 degrees before we can plant them, but they're not until next month. Tomorrow month. What is it? We're playing wrong one again. Playing 3-day seasons, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So each period is a month. So each day is about 10 real life days. Okay, well, let's head back to the house for a minute. Let's have a check on the chickens. We still only got 1 box. They're still not making a mess. I don't have anything like animal table manners running around. least none that I'm aware of. But cleanliness is still 100%. They've eaten 76 litres of food. And next animal in 0.1 years. So that's about 3 days, I would guess. So potentially 4 chickens. Come in. Nice. Anyway, it is 20 till 11 and I need to work tomorrow. So that tank doesn't work, but I did buy one. Back here. Oh, that's where our seed and stuff is. Okay. Now we've got 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so potentially we've got time for another contract during the rest of this particular day. I'm going to slow time down a bit. And then maybe we'll get to planting tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna call it for the night. Have a good evening. Have a good day tomorrow. And for now, I'm out of here.